Hakeem Olajuwon. Houston with 4 on 2. Rockets count the basket, and Drexler will go to the free throw line.
The Rockets are...
On whom do we aspire to reflect our own people's death? Or whose entertainment shall we sing or agony? And what hopes?
Are a different team with Clyde Drexler. They're an open floor team. When you look out, Pete Chilcutt, their starting power forward, is going to be a guy that spots up and shoot threes. You've got Ori, you've got Smith, the speed and quickness of Drexler, and then the all-around size of Elliott did not let him get into the lane. He forced a fadeaway jump shot.
Doc Rivers in for Avery Johnson, has it blocked by
Drexler.
Pick and roll, Del Negro and Robinson. Robinson covered, Del Negro misses the turnarounder from only 10 feet. Drexler with another rebound.
Get the ball around to the other side of the floor.
And take a 16-foot jump shot, but make sure it goes in, which it didn't. Rebound Ori.
That's the shot that Avery Johnson will be there, and he's going to have to make it tonight for them to be successful.
Ellie
that's been a guy
knocks down much more offense than normal. Olajuwon steps over the fall, and 2:20 to go in the first quarter.
I've always felt it's been very difficult to shoot in the dome. You got different spacing, different
rebound. Outlet to Cassell. Rockets with the numbers. Drexler fouled by Chuck Person. The Rockets can run too.
We're going to watch this. Stop it right here. Look where Drexler is. Look where he is on this play, and watch where he ends up. Look at him sprint to get ahead of the floor. That's just using your speed in the open court and running yourself to get yourself involved in the game.
JR with the loose ball. The tip in came off the hand of Drexler. They'll give it to J.R. Reed. Rockets shooting. 10 to go on the shot clock. Drexler.
Wow, what a pretty shot.
Oh, baby.
Doc Rivers was all over him on that play.
It should worry him a bit, but for us, we're an expansive league.
Commissioner, remarkable job. The NBA is terrific. Thank you. Thank you very much. Back to you, Bob.
Great job of the commissioner answering those Kevin Kiley questions.
San Antonio back in the game was the extended defense, the defensive pressure, in trying to take Houston out of their half-court offense. Sometimes, however, a team can apply so much pressure because they are so excited, so involved emotionally, and the crowd gets into the game that they can wind up causing problems, having mistakes. In this instance, as Houston's trying to get into their half-court offense, Chuck Person jumps out hard and tries to deny the entry pass to Clyde Drexler. Houston raises up the other offensive people to break down the weak side help. Now Clyde just runs a jam step, backdoor move, and hopes that the point guard, Sam Cassell, finds him with the bounce pass, and you know if Clyde gets it, he'll finish.
Clyde Drexler with 14 points in the first half.
What he did was, I think he really spurred the excitement once again in the playoffs. But with all the great playoff games, all the upsets, all the teams winning on the other team's courts, the excitement of the playoffs is just continuing to get larger and larger as we go on. Coming out of a timeout, this is another play with Drexler going to the basket with a left-hand drive now. Olajuwon sits down. We said that the offense would go through Drexler. And then the next time out, they come to the backdoor play, finding with a beautiful bounce pass, and he gets a layup on the other side. So Drexler did his job. He allowed Olajuwon to rest. Cassell can get on track here. He's a big part of this team coming off the bench, and he's been very, very quiet.
Drexler's fadeaway over Anderson and Elliott.
How about Clyde?
On Willie Anderson.
Look at Drexler shaking, pulling up over two guys. Now, Sean Elliott's 6'8", and Willie Anderson's 6'7", and look how easy Drexler makes this look. You wonder how great these players are? Well, let's take a look here at the offensive possessions. Hakeem Olajuwon has touched the ball on 24 of the Rockets, and he got a little bit shaken on that play. Very fortunate there was no offensive foul called.
Hakeem Olajuwon also was on the pile. Drexler.
Olajuwon.
Thought about the shot there, inside to David Robinson, followed by Anderson, rebound Drexler. It's been an interesting herky-jerky, defensively controlled first half of play with the exception of Clyde the Glide.
We're not worried about offensive rebounds. We're going to shoot the three, and it's worked into a championship last year. And right now, they're a very poised team. If I'm the Rockets and I'm Rudy T, I'm saying, guys, go for it right now.
Drive and layup. There's the double team, beaten pretty quickly by Houston. Horry is going to kick it to Olajuwon. To Drexler. That's three from Clyde. Clyde Drexler has 17 points. It's on Robinson. That's his second.
Olajuwon creating the three-point opportunity for Drexler. The inside-outside attack. Now they're in a nice rhythm. Everything's going through Olajuwon and Drexler.
Just like there on the pick and roll. Drexler. And the Rockets, despite playing very well, are still up only 7.
And as much as we're singing the praises, that's exactly right. This game is right there. If they can find a way to stop one of these two guys, Drexler and Olajuwon, it's like your turn, my turn. Talking about David Robinson is one of the best defensive players. And look at this. Over Robinson, Drexler with the great extension. We're talking about David
United. They have a timeout on the floor now, and you see the combination from those two. 49% of the tennis. Some mother's sons there with their exciting fashion attire. And the Rockets come back to Elliott. Person. Rebound, Drexler.
Now the Rockets have to slow this down. What's happened is the pace has gotten up. Get into Olajuwon. Let him feel the double team. Spot up the open three-point shooter. It's been their success throughout.
Punched away by J.R. Reed. Elliott's punched away by Drexler. He came once again from nowhere.
Another one of those turnaround plays. Looked like Elliott was going to have a layup. These are points that you take away from a team. Elliott's got his eyes on the hoop. Look at him. And here comes Drexler in from behind.
In place of Kenny Smith in the second half, the second-year player out of Florida State. Drexler. To Olajuwon. 10 on the shot clock.
No double team that time. See if they come back and double.
They do, and he finds Drexler, who finds Cassell, who knocks down the three. This team amazes me. 99-92. Knocks it down.
We talk about big shots. Look at the shot clock up at the top. It was at 4 seconds, so they used 20 seconds on
the Trophy Award. Trouble inbounding. Drexler is fouled by Doc Rivers with 44.6 to go. And Drexler will go to the free throw line, where he is 2 of 3 tonight. Comes up with the third part of the triangle. It could be Ellie, it could be Cassell, it could be almost anybody tonight, Robert Horry.
Well, that's how you become a championship team. You have to find someone to pick up the slack on a given night and hit big shots for you or make big plays. Let's talk about a guy like Charles Jones, who comes in and buys you 5 or 8, 10 minutes of defense against David Robinson. This could be last year's Earl Curitan, could be this on the team. What do you think the press is going to have to say? Here's another steal by Drexler.
Well, I think you're right. The press is going to talk about Rodman not playing tonight. They're going to talk about the substitution. They're going to talk about the lack of emotion.
Come on, kick it!